Wrestling shapes the athlete. Moms shape the person. This is Matt Moms, where strong moms raise stronger kids.
Welcome to Hindsight Studio.
Do we get like a blooper reel? I feel like
Can you
we
guys
need a
stop?
blooper
Yeah,
reel.
it's a blooper reel right now. Yeah. Bienvenidos a Hindsight Studios. Hope you had an amazing Labor Day weekend. Because like we did, we got to work our whole Labor Day weekend. Woo! So amazing.
Yes.
Slaving away over hot dogs or what was it?
They're bratwurst.
I don't know. I think we should have done LA hot dogs.
Well, those take
We
a lot
do not
more.
have that choice.
Oh,
Yes.
I think we should put that.
So for those of you that don't know, we made hot dogs all weekend. Bratwurst.
See, they're not hot dogs.
I know. You said
Bratwurst.
it.
They have that cabbage stuff.
That's called
Sauerkraut.
sauerkraut.
Okay. Well, I put
Uh-huh.
tomatoes,
It's great with
jalapenos,
the
and
mustard.
cilantro and
Nope.
onions on mine.
That is one
Not
of
there.
them,
Yeah.
but not here at the street fair. Yeah. We have one of our biggest school fundraisers. And part of what our team does, the wrestling team, cook the bratwurst and then sell them. And then we get the proceeds for those, for the time that our team works. And it's great that it's at the end of the day. It's the last shift of the whole fair. So it's not 110 degrees.
Right.
The bad part is that we have to clean up all of it, which is gross and disgusting. Our wrestling team has a very good reputation for just getting stuff
Getting it done.
and
You're
getting
the
it done
muscle.
and being the muscle and getting it done
Not complaining.
and not complaining about it, which is so funny to me because we, like I'm sure many high schools, their big sports are football or baseball or basketball, and they get all the money, right? They get all the like school money, all the fundraising money.
Do you know our football team has so much sponsorship that they're not even a part of this fundraiser at all?
What?
Mm-hmm.
How do I get on that list?
I don't know. But we got to figure out how
Then
to
you
do that.
wouldn't be with us.
I know, but you get my point. We need new stuff too. And
We are so much better.
I mean, obviously, I do think it's very indicative of our program, right?
Mhm.
Like we don't have a very large program.
Although it is growing. We're
Definitely.
at like 50 kids almost this year.
Drastically.
Yeah.
Compared to when you were there
Yeah.
Yeah.
A goal of 11.
with your oldest child.
But with the team that we have and the coaching staff that we have, like now this is going to be my third year. It doesn't feel like an obligation or something that I have to do. It's something that I'm like, oh, this is not the worst thing to do.
Like, you get to
that's
hang out
not-
with us.
Well, you get to hang out with, the friends that you've made over the years. And even as a freshman mom, right, I was just nervous 'cause I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any of the kids. I didn't know any of the parents because the season school literally just started.
Us.
Right. But you know my point.
School did just start.
Last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a way to bring in the new parents and the new kids. They're going to meet everyone. And
Yeah.
it's a casual, kind of busy
Yeah.
environment.
Mhm.
So you can kind of chat, but you don't feel like you're stuck
Yes.
in that conversation.
But that's why I also think it's super important to go to these things, even though you might not feel like you know what you're doing or that you belong yet. You don't know anybody. I do think it really helps just continue that like team environment. But I also think the best thing that parents can do when they're freshmen is go to those parent meetings. Even though like not even freshmen. So like I said, we've been doing this 3 years. Denisse, this will be your fourth, right?
Yeah.
It's still good, I think, to go to the meetings. I do. I think it's really important.
Well,
Yeah, all the
I'm
skin
I'm
talk
still
is
going
amazing.
I know. And the diet talk and
Right.
the fundraising talk. But I do. I think it's good. You get a feel for your coach. You get a feel for your coaching staff.
It's only my 7th meeting.
Well,
I'm going to find out so many
Fine.
new
You can
things.
sit this one out. Whatever.
No, because this is when I need to be there because then I get the parents with questions afterwards.
Yeah. See?
And then you would have never like met how amazing we were.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It was
For those who have not listened to any of the podcasts, it's my second kid. It's not that my kid's been in the school setting.
Oh,
it's just
sorry.
my second kid back. I went back to back. I'm going 8 years straight. So I'm on year 7.
At least that's what they say.
That's what we're doing.
That's the story, and we're sticking to it.
I mean, the kid is pretty smart. He probably could have graduated.
Yeah.
Yes. Probably.
That's
Mhm.
right.
The fundraiser, just, kids and parents slaving over hot food and
Serving up hot food.
oh my gosh, yelling at people passing by, trying to sell them our bratwurst.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
hilarious.
Well, and since we're at the end of the night on the last day, people are a little drunk when they come by.
And there is a bar right next door.
And there's a bar right next door. And my God, last year there was a bar fight.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was so great. Not like a serious bar fight. It was pretty entertaining. And all the kids were just like wide-eyed. What is happening?
And they tried to get closer and closer
I know.
until our coach pushed them away. And one of our other coaches, I think, broke up the fight and sent them on two different directions. No, I've seen a couple fights. That wasn't the first year that I've seen a fight.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, no,
amazing.
it wasn't. But I think our team was so small the first year that it was kind of like just a gawking
Oh, sure.
sense from the kids. And then we've had like the drunken people getting ill in the street.
Sure.
Because, you're
Mhm.
in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just sell them a bratwurst. So they
And
get
then we
better.
sell them a
Yeah,
bratwurst.
to make it feel
Hey,
so much better.
here's some bread.
Yeah. I did get a little worried about the fighting stuff. Dylan, he's a wrestler. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
so he can hold his own in any situation, which he
Yes.
probably can to
Mhm.
some extent.
If not, his brother could step in.
His tough,
Sure.
tough guy.
But it just makes me nervous.
And wait, hold on. Tough guy at 100 and what pounds?
it doesn't matter. It's not how big. It's not how much you weigh.
To the grown drunken man that's, 220
Right.
pounds.
But it does make me nervous that it's good to have confidence. It's good to know what your abilities are. But I think sometimes
Does it really though? Because I feel like they
Sometimes
can
I think it
protect
does.
themselves. We were in a weird, awkward situation on a cruise at one point. I wasn't, but my son was. But I was like, you know what? The fact that I know that he can protect himself,
Mhm.
other children that are not as controlled about their emotions and body, I felt a little better.
Well,
They
maybe-
can be responsible, but they can also be okay if they ever had to be in a awkward situation.
Yeah.
So I felt that way until my son turned 18 and went to college. Because at that point, I had to point out very clearly, because he definitely had in his mind, I can take care of myself. I'm a wrestler. And I 100% believe, yes, you could make someone submit and hold someone, and I'm not worried about you in that sense. But I had to point out, you're 18 and you can go to jail now.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always hit second.
So
Come on.
that's so as soon as they turn 18, I'm kind of like, before you only think, yeah, they could take care of themselves and they could do whatever they want, really, because they're a kid and they're taking care of themselves. Then they turn an adult
Yeah.
to take care of themselves.
But I think it also prepares them emotionally and just mentally to their work. They're mature enough to understand that there's situations they probably shouldn't be in,
Yes.
and that they know their strength and they know their capabilities.
Do you think that helps them know when to walk away?
Yes.
That's
I
why
think
walk
that's
away
where I'm
from
going.
the situation.
Yeah. Like, I think they're smart enough to know this is like a place I do not belong in,
Mhm.
or if I have to be there, I'm going to be okay, but I also know my limits. And I'm
Well, the
not-
thing too is that, their sport is 1-on-1,
yes.
not 1-on-4.
And that was my
And it's not unpredictable of what people can
Mhm.
have on their body.
Yeah.
And I think that was with my oldest, that was our situation with him. He knew, like, I need to walk away, even though I can,
I have nothing to prove.
but I have nothing to
Yeah.
prove. They have that, like, self-confidence. They have nothing to prove because
Yeah.
they've proven it to themselves
and everyone else.
time and time
else. Yeah.
based on what they've done. And I think that mental, like, grit is, like, so huge for just growth as an adult, as they're growing up. Well, mine's an adult at this point, or classified as an adult.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They know where they can go, and they know where they need to walk away. But just knowing that they know that makes me feel a little bit better,
Sure.
and they won't be completely, like, oblivious to what's out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel a little better as a mom.
Sure.
He's great.
I don't know if they, as they get older, if they necessarily totally walk away. I've noticed with Gavin, who's now 20 and in college, that he will, if he sees something going on, he doesn't necessarily walk away. He doesn't engage, almost like a silent observer to make sure
Mhm.
everything's kind of okay as something happens. Has been smart enough to pull friends away from a
Oh, sure.
situation that might have think, hey, this is cool, I'm going to get involved, because they weren't in a combat sport, so they
Yeah.
don't understand. I've seen him do that. I've also seen, but it is interesting as they get older and when they go to college, because right now their friends are all wrestlers, right?
Mhm.
And that's kind of the world they live in. And when they go to college, that's not necessarily the world that they live in. and they'll go, "Oh, you're a wrestler. Oh, I could totally take you." And it's a kid that's not wrestled,
Sure,
not something like that.
Mm.
And they'll say,
but then on the football team and been
Yes.
really good, or
and they'll just think they can do it. And they'll because I know Gavin's wrestled a few kids in college. Like they were drinking or they were all hanging out and they're on the grass.
Wait, college kids drink?
Sometimes.
Oh my gosh, what?
I know, right? But there's the big grass areas that they, walk from class to class, and someone will say, "No, come on, let's go." And Gavin's just, submits them, and it's like, "Okay, are we done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you prove yourself? Are we cool? Let's go." But
And he doesn't need the cauliflower ear for that.
Oh my gosh.
No, he
Okay,
doesn't.
so Jordan just got his permit, his driver's permit. And do you know the second thing out of his mouth when he got to see the picture?
His picture.
He was like, "Oh, good, the collie made it."
No.
You have to be kidding me. Now, I don't know the last
I didn't hear
You've
about
seen
that.
Dylan and or Jordan. Their ears are so messed up. And they're
gotten worse.
so, I mean,
Your kids love
probably-
it.
Oh, I love it. They like,
They're not going to be able to. Can they even put earpods in anymore?
Yes, it's up.
Still,
It's up. At
it's
the
all
top.
at the top
It's up.
cartilage.
Well, Dylan's is up at the top, so it looks super great all the time. And Jordan's is kind of a lot of everything, a little bit of everything. So it's. I don't know if he can actually
That's
put an
special.
AirPod in,
I
but
mean,
it's
maybe we
super
can get him
special.
some piercings so it could bling now.
No, because you can't have that when you wrestle.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the headgear, But thanks though, appreciate that.
You'd be better off. You're better off in season. Like your kids are safer in season when they're forced to wear the headgear versus off season when they're not forced to wear the headgear.
I know.
That's
Why is that?
I don't understand it
because it's CIF rules. So
sure, okay.
So force them to wear the headgear and stuff.
I like
but
CIF.
yeah,
rules for that.
I think CIF
Well,
rules
yeah,
should be
for
in
some
place all
reason.
year round.
I do not understand why. And everyone will, even all the wrestlers, like the seasoned wrestlers, will say, "Don't do this to your ear," but the kids see it and they want it.
Even Coach has said, "Don't be like me." I have heard him say, and I have heard him be like, "You need to wear it. You should wear it." But my kids forget it half the time. So here we are.
Your kid did really good at camp. They were wearing their headgear and stuff
I'm
on
glad they were.
lives. Mine was not.
I mean, his ears are not that small.
Mine were not, and I am shocked. We walked away unscathed.
But I also think some
no.
people are susceptible and some people aren't.
We didn't walk away totally unscathed. We got the double whammy.
Oh, yeah.
We got ringworm and
Oh,
staph.
you did. You
And
got
staph.
all the things.
We got it both. But this is the best part. Hold on. Where would you think it would be?
Where did your kid?
I know. I'm afraid to.
Where would you think these two things would be?
On your
I
arm,
heard of your kids, but I can't remember.
on your knees.
It's on his foot.
Oh,
Yeah, you wear a shoe.
Oh,
No.
well, ding, 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 ding. You would think you wear a shoe. No, they weren't allowed to wear, I don't know, from going from session to session. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have his wrestling shoes on. They couldn't walk on the mats with their shoes, which we all
we
know,
that.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But instead of swapping, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they were coming from the swimming practice or what. The kids were walking around on the mats barefoot before the next session. They're putting their shoes on to then wrestle. So somehow, walking around on the mats barefoot, he got ringworm and staph.
You would think that the amount of contact, like the duration of contact,
Yeah.
would be so small.
and they just bleached themselves in that pool because that.
Yeah. Well, all I can tell you is oral medication, tooth cream, the 3 creams, and we're having fun.
We freaked out
It's
because
going away. But
we thought Josh had it. It was on his foot too, at the top of his foot and his knees. We actually said, "Okay, send a picture to Coach," and Coach said, "You need to just go check it out." So we sent him to the doctor. The doctor was like, "No, it's just probably infected because you didn't, take care of it when you should have." Because my child just, I don't know if it's like
Rub some dirt on it, it'll be fine.
the Boy Scout on him was like, "I'm fine. It's not a big deal."
No, that's just a regular person.
And is that but he did not take care of it.
Mhm.
And he went to the doctor. He said it was an infection. So
Yeah.
it was fine. Josh had the same, not that your child had with like
The whole
all
thing.
the extras. He did get like an antibiotic type of thing.
Yeah.
It freaked me out for a minute.
for the first time, the dermatologist said to me, she said, "Take this cream for the staph and put it, he shouldn't be a carrier, but put it under his nose." I've never heard this. 7 years. I've never heard this. Put it under his nose. So if he's breathing in and out, he doesn't spread a staph.
Good God.
And I looked at Garrett after we got on the meds and he's taking it and all that, I said, are you putting cream now under your nose? He goes, no, I don't know what she's talking about. Talk to coach about it. He goes, I could kind of see the logic with this, but I don't know. And at that point, I was like, just whatever. You're not wrestling. You're not in close proximity for the next year.
The little white.
Yeah. So for the listener, Nicole just decided to show pictures, unsolicited pictures of her kids in situation. Now, I'm just going to say as a PSA to please, hey, does anyone want to see these pictures before you just show weird ass pictures of skin stuff?
Is it
on your
white?
As though I haven't seen weird ass pictures of your sis kids.
I know.
I'm not going up to people on the street saying, hey, do you want to see?
See, if I was
you have to ask first. I don't want to see that stuff.
And if I was a parent and didn't know much about wrestling, I'd be like, dude, you need to go get a pedicure.
And the pedicurist would be like, you need to go to the emergency room.
Pedicurist is going to be spread around to everyone.
No. They were gloves for a reason.
But is it the little white spots on their skin that makes it a staph?
So it was blistered. I can't tell which part is the ringworm. I
body
literally
is
walked
amazing.
into the dermatologist's office and I said, so we got some. And I said, we've done this a few times, but I don't know if this is ringworm or staph. And she goes, it looks like a combination of both. And I'm like,
not words you want to hear.
that's awesome. Let's just go. Give me everything.
Right? Yeah.
Give me everything.
Uh-huh.
And again, as a normal parent that is not a wrestler, and if you had my history of my career choices and I knew what staph infection was for adult men, I would be like, dude, this is
Yeah.
But staph infection is not, it is a big deal, but it's not
It could become a big deal.
Yes.
It's not. Yeah.
But it could actually be taken, and we don't need to freak out as I would have freaked out with the clientele that I've worked with that had staph infection.
Yeah.
So if you're not a wrestling parent, I feel like it could either freak you out or you have no idea what this is.
Right. It looks like, is that eczema?
Yeah.
People not knowing.
So, but I also think you have the two schools of thought, right? The rub the dirt on it or go to the urgent care. There's no one in the middle, it seems, right? Where I am the let's rub some dirt on it for a week and see what happens.
And I'm like, let's go get a pedicure.
Yeah. And I'm the, doctor, we need an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, that's my first call always is, doctor.
But
and then I sent those photos to coach and he's like, oh yeah, that's good.
So-
You did a good job.
Yeah.
And he goes, I am a little, first time I've ever heard coach say
that.
this,
Yep.
I'm a little concerned with this one and just keep an eye on this one. And I said, yep, we're on it. We've already, we're going to get the meds now, but just to give you a heads up. He goes, well, he still Russell. It's an issue.
Yeah.
It's an issue.
Well, what I've started doing, because I am the rub the dirt on it kind of person, is I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to coach. If he calls me.
You do know he's not a medical.
Oh, I am very
Okay.
aware. I'm very aware.
I mean, he's good.
Oh yeah, no. He has, the real world experience. Because now that my husband is a nurse, I'll do both and be like, okay, what do we got going on here, right? And coach, if coach calls me, I know I have to go to the doctor and I know I have to do something.
Yeah.
Or if he just texts back, be like,
But you don't just listen to hubby on this one.
well, now I do, but
I'm sorry, not all of us are medics.
So I will make sure to
medical
show
professional.
hubby the lovely photos that I showed you. so
and he
can
will
see.
probably want to see them unsolicited. He'll be like, yeah, I don't flip through. Well, yeah.
You're married to a nurse at this point. I would think it would be second nature, especially coming from,
Dude, I cut my
years.
foot. I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, we're going to the emergency room. I'm like, I think we just need some Band-Aids. He's a professional and he's like, we need to go to the emergency room. I'm like, I don't think
liquid Band-Aid.
I think it's fine.
liquid
Let's put
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid on
Super,
there.
super
It'll be
glue.
fine.
We're good.
Yeah. And that's what ended up happening. But
To super glue it?
they had
Yeah,
doctor
super
did, yeah.
glue.
But then it broke open twice and he had to fix it for me. So it's great.
He super glued it.
Yeah, it's great. I know.
Mm.
I think the moral of
Go to
the
the doctor.
skin story is lean on the side of Nicole.
Yes.
Call the doctor, take the pictures, go in.
Get it done fast.
Because
That's a
because
pro.
the longer you take to get it fixed, the longer it is for the kid to get back on the mat.
Yes. And that is the
And that's
goal.
the-
well, and it can progress. It's
Well,
it's going to take longer to
okay, minus their health situation.
We just
Because
want them
we
on
just
the
want
mat.
them-
On the mat.
It's
Yeah.
my child's senior year.
I
He
know.
needs to be on that.
Oh my God. So wait, I heard, did your child get injured at camp? Like, do we have another injury?
I feel like injuries are just a part of it. And I think next time we all see each other, we should deep dive into the injuries that we have seen and witnessed on the mat.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I know. I can't wait to hear all about it. Thanks so much, ladies. It was lovely to see you.
It was fun.
Bye.
You're not alone, and you never have to be. Thanks for walking this path with us. See you next time, Matt Moms.